The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege Season 3, powered by LG Ultragear in association with AC Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I am your host, Blackjack, and joining me is my co-host, Sam and Foxy, as we are here for Day 2 of Division 1. The first match that we're going to be having is Union Gaming taking on Mercenaries on the map of Border. A very, very exciting game indeed. Foxy, how do you feel on this fine afternoon?
I feel amazing. In fact, although I'm more powered up for witnessing this match, and more than that, casting it, obviously. You've seen Union Gaming face off Mercenaries today, and the map is going to be Border. We did see Union Gaming face off ESM last night, and that was last afternoon, in fact. And that was on the map. Of course, like, that happened to be quite the match. In fact, that was, I think, the score on the favor of Union Gaming, though, but that was, I think, a 7-6, 7-5.
7-5, yes.
7-5 was the scoreline, and that did come out to be quite the close match. And more than that, it was ESM playing that exceptionally well. It'll only stand to see if Union Gaming happen to step up today. And mind you, Union Gaming, that is the new Quantum G1 roster name. That is, Union Gaming has picked up the existing roster of Quantum G1, and now they'll be playing under that name at least for the while. Well, let's take a look at the roster, speaking of which, beat Poseidon, EX7, and Sparko on the side of Union Gaming. We still have somebody joining up. I think that has got to be Jittery, obviously. He'll be in the lobby in just a moment, while Mercenaries, Red Rock King, Ninja Freak, MI7, Baker, Asib, and I cannot exactly remember. Oh, never mind. That's my boy Taha was missing in the lobby. Taha will be joining us anytime soon. It's both the players they're just chilling out. They're just waiting for a moment. I'm making sure they have enough hype created for us because this match is definitely promising to be all the one more exciting. Union Gaming and Mercenaries, mind you, have had an amazing run on a map like Border. And the way Union Gaming has played this so far, I don't really need to specify the fact that Union Gaming in 2 seasons consecutively, they've had only one loss. Out of all the matches that they got to play, one loss only. That's something huge, and in fact, that is a feat that I don't think anybody else has achieved in this division, and more than that, in this entirety of the league. As looks like everybody will be joining us in the lobby, but Blackjack, meanwhile, before we head into the match, anything you have to say towards it?
Well, for one, I am very excited for this match as well. Union Gaming taking on Mercenaries is a match I would take, any day of the month for that matter. And it's definitely going to be very exciting on a map like Border because of both of these teams' track records here, especially with all of the changes we've had. Again, as we remarked yesterday, open season for rosters. I think it's about ended right now, but who knows? Season 4 might see some big changes once again, as we will be moving into the game nice and quickly between these two teams right here. As soon as we get the confirmation that they are in fact ready and raring to go, and not quite yet, but we are almost there, I believe. Just getting everything ready, getting everything set up. It takes a little bit of time, of course. Moss and making sure your players are ready, making sure your mindset is in the right place. Everything that you need to be at the top of your game when playing competitive Rainbow Six Siege, and both of these teams will be all too aware of that. Those little facts here and there. Now, I do apologize if anyone on is getting a little bit of a clipping noise from my end. That's just the wires that are a little entangled. It's a little messy where in my desk today for some reason. I don't know why. It was just fine yesterday. But anyhow, looks like both of the teams have confirmed that they are in fact ready, and we will be joining them on the map of Border. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Union Gaming are going to be taking on Mercenaries on Border right here on the first match of the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. The Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. Division 1, Day 2, Match 1. We're already underway with the ban phase right here. And the first ban coming out from the side of Union Gaming is going to be the Hibana, a hard breacher ban off the bat. Not unexpected when it comes to Border. We've seen either a Thermite ban or a Hibana ban on the odd occasion, and these sorts of things do tend to come out every now and again. So with the first attacker ban out of the way, of course, the ball has been passed to the court of Mercenaries, and looks like they have decided on their attacker ban, and they will be taking out the Ying. Alrighty then, that is certainly a slightly uncommon ban, if I do say so myself, primarily because, you don't see a lot of Ying bans, two, you don't see a whole lot of Ying plays for that matter. Even though, she still has her smokes and 3 Candelas, still pretty powerful, as the first defender banned from the side of Mercenaries is going to be Mira, again, an operator we've seen banned a lot of times when it comes to Border, so no surprises there. And of course, the last defender ban will be from the side of Union Gaming, as they're just going to take a little bit of time to decide, and as the timer ticks down, their decision for their defender ban is going to be the Maestro. All right. Looks like they really want to take out the operator with the Alda instead of the Echo, so both the Yokai drones will be in play, but the Evil Eyes will not. Interesting bans to say the least, as we're going to be moving into round 1 very, very swiftly indeed. Foxy, any thoughts upon the bans that we've had right here?
It's a quite interesting ban wave indeed. We don't have the Maestro into play, and the Valkyrie will still be allowed, and that is exactly why we'll be seeing Breed bring that out right at the bat. Look at that. He's already bringing out the Valkyrie in the beginning of the round here, as we'll be proceeding into the ventilation room and workshops first. It's not going to be Armory and Archives. They try to defend the bottom floor. First off, definitely a nice, in fact, a really good decision as well. It's not really like you always want to go and employ yourselves on Armory side. I'll still be seeing a Nomad pick come in from the side of Hasib, as he does not want to use the Thatcher. Thatcher, not essentially an operator you want to be using on Border. I don't know, man. It's got You've got so many things to do now. That border has changed in terms of how. But more than that, is it's not even border changing. It's been that one meta change that you happen to ban Thatcher almost every single match. That means players have just been a little more accustomed into playing without the Thatcher. So the way border, the way the kind of utility that he offers for himself, unlike maps like Cafe and unlike maps like Clubhouse, is where you have a lot more dynamic in terms of how the map is to get yourselves the advantage, and more than that, you to get yourselves the Thatcher EMP is used to perfection. More than that, you will be having so many softwares that you can use the Zofia charges or the Ash charges as well. So that means there'll be all the while more dynamic that a border offers just in general. And that is why we see the bans happen to look like this. We'll be seeing Sparko come out with a 90 hole, in fact. And looks like a Jitvi will be joining him. That is on the side of CCTV though. Or maybe he was just placing down an ADS for the Goyo. I'll be holding the assault by his lonesome in the hallway. I still will be seeing Taha make his way inside CCTV anytime soon. Beat comes up with a little bit of a... he's come up with a little bit of spawn peek. I wouldn't really say that because maybe he's just trying to spot down Valkyrie camps or throw down Valkyrie camps. Beat once again comes out. There's nothing to find here for the IQ. She's trying to find as much utility as she can, but there's nothing running on batteries, at least until her... No, look at that. Taha's, oh boy. Taha's brought breach charges to the Ash. What? That is a misplay coming in from the side of Taha. Oh, look at this. A quick push has already happened from the side of Mercenaries as they look like they want to walk inside the site from the side of Workshops. Poseidon is going to find the kill onto Hasib. I'm not sure where that came in from. Was that from top? I'm not sure. Definitely not. That was the doorway. My bad. I didn't quite get to catch that. A wall bat coming in from him, but the Ash is already pushed in and she's going to win that fight. Taha is already on his side. Going to spot the goal and a nice headshot from the Ash. And at 4C going ham on site. And the site control has been given away to Mercenaries now that Quantum G1, Union Gaming will have to make this comeback happen and retake happen. More than that, Jitri very quick to the trigger and very good with the peak. It's going to take down the Ash, but meanwhile, the plans won't be going down, in fact. As looks like Jitri is caught out in a bad spot, he's just going to fall back. EX7 will lose a lot of HP as well. Beat is still going to be alive. And more than that, he's going to be up top. That means he wants to make sure that whatever he's trying to do is turning out to be really helpful for the man. Maker comes up with some pre-fires all the way on the backside of this map here. In fact, this objective. Oh, the Jaeger does get spot out from MI7. He's going to claim his life as Ninja Freak. Thermite on the diffuser, in fact, is waiting for making this push happen. Meanwhile, the push from Maker will be shut down from the side of Beat. It's a very important kill, in fact. The Zofia not timing that right along with the other attackers that were on the side of Ventilations. Oh boy, EX7 coming with the peak and he's going to claim the life of MI7. It's all out of Ninja Freak in a 1 versus 2. He's got to find the Mozzie and he's got to find the Whack. Everybody will be so low HP. He can even make this happen if he wants to. But the real question is, will he be able to do that or not? He has some cover for himself. Will be attempting the plan and he'll be sticking it apparently. Oh, he's going to find the Valkyrie. He doesn't know where the Mozzie is playing. He's going to reattempt the plan, but this is going to be a bait plan most possibly. But the P comes in and Ninja Freak comes in with the 1 versus 2 clutch from the side of Mercenaries. And what a play. Really well played indeed by the Thermite. Coming with the bait clutch. Well played indeed. Gets the Valkyrie and gets the Mozzie.
What a play indeed right there from Ninja Freak. The Thermite baiting the plant twice, and it worked out just as beautifully as he would have hoped both times. Armory Lockers is going to be the site of choice right here from the side of Union Gaming's defense. And there we go, Ninja Freak. That is something we know him for. He's got the Monty pick, although something tells me he might 6-pick out of that soon. No, actually, Hasib is going to 6-pick out of the Nomad into the Thermite and Sparko out of the Clash into the Goyo. And the Montaigne is going to be maintained for that matter. And maybe, just maybe, they could go for that East Archives door plant potentially, but maybe Union Gaming are predicting that maybe they are aware that this could be a thing with Ninja Freak in the lobby, so they would probably set themselves up accordingly. It remains to be seen, of course. It's interactions like these between teams and players that, when you know how they play and when you've seen how they play, as casters, it's what makes matches like this even more interesting, if I do say so myself, because that is where team interactions come in. Now, one thing I would like to mention is that Beat is playing the Frost, an operator we've seen actually a surprising bit of in the first week of divisions in Season 3 so far. You don't really see as much of Frost as we've seen here, We saw her, 3-4 times back in Division 3. We're seeing her right now in Div 1. And, you don't normally see this frequency of Frost. That's unfortunate for Beat, though. I believe that was Sparko's impact. I'm not sure. Yep, that is Sparko's impact indeed. The Goyo is fresh out. And Beat is fresh out of 50 HP, which is very unfortunate for him, as EX7 has already been down. All right, might have been going for the long peek onto the double windows right there, and may have been down from that angle. Not sure who downed him, though. Could have been Maker, could have been anybody, really, as he has been revived up. The EX7, that is, to 20 HP. It's clearing out that archway at the top of the wall for that C4 throw that we normally see a bandit do. But there is no bandit this round around, and there we go. The Monty has been spotted, but no, there's also the E stairs push happening, and that is MI7 to take down Sparko. That's a huge kill right there. The Frost mat has been spotted, but Frost in the hallway. She's there to try and do anything about it, but no, Maker's here to shut down Jittery. In the meanwhile, Poseidon's going to take down Maker. That's the refrag in. But does Beat know that Ninja Freak's pushing up from behind him? No, he doesn't. And Ninja Freak will blow up the Goya shield to finish off Beat. And a little bit of disrespect right there. Zemi, someone's going to take down EX7. And it's all down to Poseidon all of a sudden in a 1 versus 4 situation. He's going to find the Thermite. That's a double kill for Poseidon, actually. So 1v3, but it's an ace-clutch situation that he has to deal with. Ninja Freak's going for the plant inside of Archives. Looks like he might be able to stick it potentially. Nope, there we go. Unfortunately, the Echo not able to go on his drone in time to stop it. And the plant has gone off. Archives door has been blocked off by the Montaigne as well. There comes the Ash, but no, the kill actually will be confirmed by Taha. And that is Poseidon shut down very quickly. And unfortunately for Union Gaming, they've lost round 2.
This is something I definitely missed watching Ninja Freak playing the Montaigne. It's happened to be an insta-ban whenever Ninja Freak happens to be in your opponent, at least in both divisions, in fact, Division 2 and Division 1 for that matter. Even yesterday's match, I think that was reckoning Esports versus, oh, excuse me. Oh boy, Foxy, get your senses back. That was Mercenaries versus Demon's Force. Demon's Force happened to come back with a mountain ban as well, while Mercenaries decided to go for the Blitz ban yesterday. That was a coastline. And today, though, Quantum... So look at that happens, okay? There's so many roster changes happening. Union Gaming will not be banning the Monty today, and that is going to give Ninja Freak all the while more room to work with, and that is going to allow him to play the Montaigne. And that push was really well coordinated with the Montaigne. In fact, he essentially led the team into getting those frags in very influential ones. Not having enough utility to work with. In fact, they had the Goyo. They did not turn out in their advantage. They had the Legion. I don't think they had the Legion last time, but this time around they do. At least that is going to stop the Montaigne. And let us see on how things will turn out. Eventually, as we proceed, round 3 here, Beat will be running the Legion. Like I said, he's not got the shield this time around. And there we go. Just to speak about it, Poseidon will be giving him his own personal shield. Another setup from the side of Union Gaming. Very classic and very repetitive in terms of what they've been doing so far. Mind you, no rounds on board being put from the side of Union Gaming so far. It'll only start to see on how they intend to make these defensive rounds works for them. It only stands to see, and only time can tell. MI7 just fighting away in that barricade, trying to get as many attacks as he can, but more than that, trying to get himself some leeway established. Oh boy, MI7 is going to find that kill. Alrighty, X7 is going to go down, and he takes the fall. That's your echo off the board. And very interesting Thatcher placement coming in from him is something that you can learn. I think that was the ADS in the hallway, but that is a little too far. I've got to tell you that. And that is exactly why the donate doesn't work the way you have to go prem on the AC vents and then have to do that. There's like a whole science to it. That is a discussion for another today, but at least for now, the ADS was still into play. Poseidon comes up with some early smoke babes, and more than that, the Legion Mines are what are stopping the Mountain from making this push happen. But mind you, there could be somebody downstairs with the C4 into hand, but there's only Sparkle with the C4, but it won't matter. He's going to get a C-belly away. That's your thermite off the board. That's your only hard breach, remind you. Mercenaries now lack of, not the massive disadvantage they face themselves in the last round as well, but last round was indeed a 1 versus 3 for Poseidon. Didn't really matter, even if they had the hard breacher down. They still had the man count in their advantage. Sparkle just fighting away to glory. He's trying to find somebody, and more than that, he's just trying to be a little more unpredictable. The Goyo will still be holding this side on the side of Archives. The peak should come in from the hallway, that is the office hallway. Drone works being perfectly done from the side of Mercenaries here. They'll be making this push happen any moment now, with the smoke grenades just get spotted out by the player on the side of 90 hallway. And that's the smoke, mind you. A second gas babe comes out, but meanwhile Beat is going to find one, Sparko on another, and Beat on a double kill. In fact, that is all going to leave Ninja Freak in a 1 versus 4. And there's going to be a situation that the Mountain usually does not walk out from. 40 seconds left, and he's got to cut through 4 defenders, both of them out of which will be on low HP, while Beat and Jittery will be standing out full. It's going to come down to essentially how the Mountain decides to play this. He doesn't want to give away the position, and Union Gaming know exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to bait them into peeking, but he won't be peeking that as of now. We've seen some amazing clutches come out from Ninja Freak when he's been playing Mountain. I really don't want to estimate him, as that is exactly what Union Gaming is doing as well. The Mountain making his way in finally. He's got the Goomice to worry about if he happens to walk into, but he's also got the time to worry about this time around. So peaks are coming in, he does get noticed from the side of Fountain. A peak will come in, and Jittery is going to win that fight. Or rather, that is Sparko is the one who is going to be the collector with the Vector on the head of the Mountain. Oh, alright, a wallbang comes in fact, from the Goyo. That'll be a warning, gaming their first round on board as we proceed to round 7.
Round 4 is on the cards right here. 2-1 is the scoreline, and it is still, of course, in favor of the Mercenaries, but only 1 round in the early game, so not a whole lot of worry for the side of Union Gaming right now. They can easily take take their time to equalize, but hopefully not too much time, because again, roll swap is inching ever so close. I believe we are just about 3 rounds away, including this one, of course, from the round 7 roll swap. So things could get real messy if they allow MRCZ to take a large lead going into that particular situation. We did see Ninja Freak go into the 6-pick for the Montaigne once again, as we know him to do, of course. And other than that, fairly standard team coming out from the rest of Mercenaries. You've got the Thatcher, the Zofia, the Thermite, of course, who won the hard breacher in your lobby, and the Ash. Taha being just, Taha. Meanwhile, Union Gaming, of course, they've got, I think this is pretty much the same operator setup, except EX7 is playing the Pulse, and Beat is the one who's taken the reins of the Valkyrie from EX7. Outside of that, we've got pretty much the same lineup, Poseidon running the Castle, Sparko running, of course, the Goyo, and Jittery with the pretty much a must pick at this point, Jaeger. Action phase is going to be up and running nice and quickly, as Jittery just putting down, I think that's his last ADS, just Union Gaming finishing up the last touches on their defense. Hopefully nothing that can stall them for too long, because they don't want to be caught out by any random pre-fires of the attackers in the particular doorways that they are pre-firing at. Maker is going to be at the crash scene right now outside the eastern end of the map. He's going to repel up the balcony right now, open up Archives, and he's just going to go back down, just, hold the runouts, do standard attacker things, as it were, in the early game. However, wallbang's coming out all right. I think that's through the hatch of customs towards this door at passport check, although I'm not sure. That's a bit of a long stretch of an angle for a wallbang to happen, but it could still happen nonetheless. Sparkle, in the meanwhile, he's holding down 90 hallway, but he's closer to metal stairs than he is to the actual bend. pull back just a little bit as an Ash Charge has destroyed something else on the other side of the map. EX7 is inside of customs right now. He's got to be careful right there. And Beat just waiting around inside of offices as Jittery is going to find Taha. That is the Ash on the board. Not sure where Taha was going, but Jittery will be more than happy to collect on that and get the ball rolling for Union Gaming's side. From the looks of things, however, Mercenary seems to have regrouped right now. All down at the first floor. Maybe they might actually they might be trying to go or push through bathroom. Yep, there we go. Maker's gonna make that castle barricade disappear, and Ninja Freak is going to push in. He's been shot up just a little bit. Hasib goes down in the meanwhile. Jittery with a double kill for himself, but Ninja Freak, of course, he wants some support against the castle right here, who is inside. But no, there's Sparko to shut down Maker, who was here for the support, making it a 2 versus 5. And make that a 2 versus 4 as MI7 finds one. There's Jittery of the board, but there's another one up on the second floor right now. And Ninja Freak, unfortunately, is going to be alone fighting the castle inside of bathroom as MI7's a little preoccupied on the second floor right now. He's inside of offices, the Thatcher. He's got to worry about someone below. And there's the Valkyrie to take him out, making it all down to the Montaigne in a 1 versus 4, stuck inside a bathroom with pretty much nothing to do. Not even got the diffuser in hand. Wallbank's coming out towards him. The C4 comes out, and he will be taken down by Sparko instead. That is the kill on the Ninja Freak right there. And, yep, just a complete mess from the side of Mercenaries. Union Gaming taking that round very comfortably indeed. Round 4 goes to them. 2-2 is the scoreline on round 5.
Well, finally, Union Gaming putting their rounds. We did see something of this sort yesterday as well. When they were playing against some Esports, they didn't manage to get their beginning rounds on board, but they finally had themselves some composure towards the midway of the match. So 2-2, we're proceeding in round 5, just like you said, Blackjack. And Ninja Freak this time won't be bringing out the Mountain, as the mountain is still not been working. Excuse me there. The mountain is just not working for the side of Mercenaries, as Union Gaming are just choosing to peek everything except the Monte. They're realizing the fact that there's nothing that they'll be gaining from peeking the Mountain. He's not even going for the shield, rather. It's not even a distraction, essentially distracted, in fact. What do you do in such a situation? What do you do in such a scenario? You just happen to pick an area that you can find a kill on. That is why everybody is trying to peek the Mountain, or rather use the Mountain as the cover to peek the enemies. Is getting taken away straight up, winning those gunfights. Union Gaming definitely bringing the guns alive for themselves on the last round. Mind you, this will be round 5. That means after the next round, in fact, we'll be facing ourselves. In fact, a role swap. We'll be seeing Customs once again being impressed from the side of Union Gaming here as a very interesting pick of sites. It only stands to see if they'll be able to win this or not. A really nice set as well coming in from them, but EX7 looks like he wants to go for a run out. Most possibly, could be the case. Gonna spot somebody with the heartbeat sensor that is swatting around. MI7 will be making his way in on towards this very close side of the heartbeat sensor. In fact, it's only a matter of time till he gets spotted up, but that's exactly when EX7 has looked away. EX7 knows there's somebody playing on the window of the valley spawn. Possible C4 could be something that he wants to bring into play. Let's spot out somebody. That's on the east stairs. Oh boy, this could be crucial. This could be influential. In fact, C4 comes out. That's going to connect. Oh yes, it will. Maker is going to go down on EX7 with a perfect C4. While we did have the come off the disconnect. MI7 will be seeing him make ourselves inside here, as he's walking in. He's just got himself some nice angles to work with, and more than that, a nice entryway established for himself. Quantum Zero still looking very strong. We see. I know what I did there. Union Gaming, my bad. We'll be seeing ourselves head into the 1.5 minute mark. Asib does not have somebody playing behind the shield. That is a Jaeger. Still waiting in perfect patience for the Nomad to make a mistake that he can convert on. But look at this, the peak has come in from the IQ, and she's not going to win that fight. Jittery is the one to shut down MI7. It's all under MRCC. That is the players of him. Obviously, Hasib is going to find somebody, but not going to connect his shots as of now. Ninja Freak will be on the flank duty, or he's just at least watching for anybody trying to get over aggressive. The side is going to be downstairs, mind you. That means the push has to happen any moment now. Ninja Freak still watching that angle. He does get tagged along quite a bit. Doesn't know where the tags are coming in from. And I think that is most likely the side area. Yes, it is EX7 playing them pulse. That's spotted the feed of Ninja Freak. That means still be seeing the Nomad pick up a kill. That's Sparko off the board. But there's another defender playing right above. That is going to be beat. The Valkyrie is going to claim his life. We'll still be seeing Ninja Freak hold this down. He's got 10 seconds, 10 HP left, and more than 30-ish seconds there. FBI operators exchanging some shots. The UMP versus, I don't know what Thermite's gun is called. Still be seeing him hold this angle. The hollow being used by the man. I only says to see will he be able to cut through 4 defenders of Quantum G1 or mind the Union Gaming and take this match to round 6. That is going to be before the rolls drop. MRCG, they happened to lose yesterday against Demon's Force. Definitely not today. It's something that they don't want to be losing. 10 seconds left and MRCG have taken themselves a nice timeout. But the peak is coming from EX7 anyway. He is going to convert that into a kill, and Ninja Freak is going to go down. Despite holding that angle, maybe he was just basically communicating with the team. But the entire plan of holding that angle is finding a frag on that angle.
Oh, unfortunate right there. And okay, looks like we won't be going for a rehost really quickly because Taha has managed to return before the beginning of round 6. So we'll be proceeding underway with no rehost requests required from the side of either team. And looks like we'll be headed towards second floor armory from the side of the defense right here. And Hasib is going to take the 6 pick out of the Nomad into the Lion. Alrighty then. Operation Chimera coming out up in here in Division 1 right now. But now that the site is Armory, should be interesting to see how things happen from here on out with the Lion in play. Lion is actually, now that I think about it, one of those operators that, again, you don't see a whole lot of, do you, when it comes to competitive Rainbow Six? It's like everybody playing competitive has just this silent agreement within themselves that, you know what, until we are absolutely pushed to, or until we feel like, you know, we just want to be that guy, we're not going to play Lion at all. And, I mean, understandably so. I think Foxy will agree with me that Lion is pretty consistently annoying when an enemy team online is playing them against our team, right? You know, our squad, our fans, whatever you're playing with. And this can be a little bit of a pain to deal with. Sparko's going to put down, finally, that shield on Fountain as Union Gaming on the Armory setup once again. We've seen this setup from them time and time again, not just when they were Quantum G1, but now when they are part of the Union Gaming, now that they have been picked up by Union Gaming, excuse me, as MRCZ, a bit of a weird situation that they're in right now. They won the first 2 rounds, but then they have lost 3 rounds, excuse me, back to back. Not a situation, not the best situation to be in, excuse me, as they definitely want to make sure that they equalize right now against Union Gaming and go in the roll swap 3-3, because that will give them enough of room, enough leeway to sort of go on the defense right now. But EX7 actually is going to peek Maker and take him out. The Zofia is gone. He's taking a lot of damage as well, the Echo, mind you. And maybe going for that peek was a little risky. But he's going to come out of that relatively unharmed, for that matter. Knowing EX7, yeah, he's not going to let that amount of HP get to him, as the hard breach on the triple wall of officers has been done. There we go, just waiting on more action to happen as the mercenaries are still trying to get their intel in, trying to get the know-how on where everyone is. And there we go, line scan comes out from Hasib, but it's actually not going to find anybody because nobody was there moving to be detected. We've got Jittery holding down a bullet angle as Hasib actually finds Beat. I don't know if that was a one-tap. More shots have been fired by Ninja Freak, but he wasn't able to find anybody just yet. There is somebody in Fountain, and that is Sparko. Poseidon's taking a lot of damage in the meanwhile. He's going to be taken out, and EX7 is going to be going for a peek onto the east balcony door, but nothing to find here as a hard breach to come out from Thermite. from the office corner into Archives right behind the bomb. And that is, of course, the plant spot that Mercenaries are setting up for. They've got the time for it as AC Vent's window has also been opened. And Ta is going to take down one more. That's Jittery of the board. EX7 goes for the peak. He finds one, but he's being scanned by the line right now. Not going to face any repercussions for it just yet because, of course, the peek onto him is a bit risky, but Ninja Freak is going for the plant. Does he have a drone? No, he doesn't, and Ta will be here to take him down, leaving it all down to Sparko as, there we go, Sparko is going to take down Hasib, but Ninja Freak is here to refrag instantly post-plant. And MRCZ, just like I said, they needed to equalize, and they have done it. Round 6 goes to them, and we'll be moving into roll swap. Round 7, 3-3 in no one's favor.
Just like Blackjack likes to say this, the truest sense of the rule swap, in fact. 3-3, round 7 will be underway. Both these teams definitely bring themselves a really nice fight today. And the way that we're seeing ourselves play on border is just amazing. Well, that out of the way, we'll be seeing Thatcher, the Sledge, both the SAS brothers being brought on board from the attacker side. Now that the role swap has happened, mind you, that means Union Gaming will be shifting the attack, while Mercenaries will be on defense. We see the GSG and WD coming in as well. That's the Bandit and the Jaeger, in fact, as Blackjack. For just a second, could you happen to cover me? I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Don't worry about that at all, Foxy. I have your back. As going into round 7 right now, of course, it means that MRCZ are on the defense and Union Gaming are on the attack. And on a map like Border, they could pretty much go either way from this point onwards. It really depends on how both of these teams play out their remaining rounds. And we are, of course, back on Armory for round 7 right here, which should definitely be very interesting indeed. Ninja Freak is going to be playing the smoke this time, not going instantly with the clash play. And oh, there we go, the Fountain Shield. I do remember having a discussion about this Fountain Shield with Foxy at one point, and he admitted to me that he had some difficulties putting it down there, and normally he would just give up instead of continue to try. But sometimes it would work out, and he would feel very good about it. I can certainly agree to that, as putting down shields in certain spots happen to be a little tricky, and getting them off feels really good. Meanwhile, MI7 sitting inside of offices with the Bandit and the MP7, of course. We know exactly how dangerous he is with that operator, but his main purpose to be sitting inside of offices is to shut down the hard breach, and that is exactly why he's there. But he's got to be careful of nades flying in from the dome above him, and that is, of course, Sparko, the Sledge, who could do that damage. We've got Maker with the Wamai and, of course, Hasib with the Jaeger, so the double denial is in play from the side of Mercenaries to make sure that grenades flying in are caught out by the required amount of utility. But MI7, meanwhile, he's currently just sitting inside a site, inside of Archives, not really bothering with being out there in offices. As, Hasib is actually going to be found by Beat. Not sure where that happened. Oh, he actually does get taken out. That's the Thermite, actually. Ta takes down Beat, and I believe that is the refrag for the kill onto Hasib. That was a double peek right there as well. The Wamai came out of CCTV along with, as the Echo has been spotted inside of Armory lockers. The information has been traded, but can EX7 do anything about this? Really not a whole lot. He's going to make sure that sandwich window is unapproachable for the time being, as it looks like Poseidon, the man with the defuse, is going to be joined by Sparko and Jittery on the East Door Archives push. There we go. The Repeller is also coming in as shots are being fired, and MI7 is actually going to find Sparko. Not sure where that came out of. Was he on the shelf right there? I think he was. And Sparko is going to go down, but MI7 has been stunned by the Zofia, but smoke grenades are coming out towards the AC Vents window to stop the push from happening from the side of Union Gaming's attack right now. Things aren't exactly looking at their brightest for Union Gaming, but they still have 3 full HP attackers. And once again, I think that's Bandit trying to get on the shelf. Not sure what he's doing right there, but he's just gone prone right by the shelf, not on it. AX7 looks like he's going to be going forward. The AC Vents window in. Yep, there we go. He's going to be trying to open it. Another smoke canister comes out this time on the office window, but Poseidon is prone on the north balcony right now. And there we go. EMP comes out. He's going to be going for the plant. Will he be able to get it off in time? He's got cover from AC Vents window, and shots are being fired. There is no Echo Drone here. The C4 comes out. Will it deny? No, it won't. The plant is off, and EX7 will be found by MI7's MP7, excuse me. Nomad air jab goes off. Jittery finds a Ninja Freak in the meanwhile, but the counter defuse could go off. Yes, it will. Taha is going for the counter defuse, but no, he's going to be taken up by Poseidon. He found two, but he has been downed, and it looks like it's all between Maker and Jittery right now. Maker, the Wamai, he's got to try and find the Zofia if he wants this, if he wants to clutch this out right now, but he's going for the counter defuse. Will Jittery be able to find the angle? I don't think he will. He's got to go for it. Maker's sticking it. Will he be able to get it? No, he won't. Jittery's pushed up, and he will get it right there. Get the counter diffuser down, and he will finish things off for Union Gaming, giving them round 7.
Well, that definitely cut close for both these teams. We'll be seeing ourselves head into round 8 here, 3 to 4. It's going to be the scoreline, and Union Gaming will be on top of that. As just a second, I don't know what's happening, but there we go. Yeah, now everything should be all right. I hope you can hear me, Blackjack.
Absolutely, I can.
All right. So coming back to the game here in hand, we'll be having Ninja Freak bring back the smoke, and we'll be going to Armory and Archives once again. MI7 and on the Bandit. Maker comes up with the one mine. All right, Hasib on the Jaeger once again. It's just classic stuff being done. But something that really surprises me is the fact that Taha, the way he's been playing Echo so far. That is definitely something that you've got to be wary about. He's been fragging up quite a bit, and even when it's coming down to the late round push from the side of Union Gaming, it's not the Echo that is staying alive. In fact, it's coming down to the other operators. That shouldn't really happen. You've got 2 yokais you can use to perfection. It's not even like Union Gaming is bringing out the IQ on board. That means you have all the while more room to play with the yokai. You can just happen to hide it safely in a place where you can use it later. Yeah. That is how I think should go down for the side of Mercenaries and Union Game. Round 8 will be underway. There we go. I happen to be a little weak at match as I take a quick look on the scoreboard. There we go. Yep, round 8 is underway, and actually something that I would love to share along with the rest of the viewers. Again, in fact, we have this every day. We had a poll on the Instagram, the Esports Club on Instagram and Facebook, in fact, on who you think as a community is going to take the first match away. That is it going to be Mercenaries or is it going to be Union Gaming? And the vote count for Union Gaming was 67%. 2% away. I know, Blackjack. We could have gone for the nice, but 67% in the favor of Union Gaming, while the rest of it, that is something in the midst of, hold on, 33%. So all of that stuff, definitely Mercenaries acting up like they want to give a more of tough to Union Gaming over here. Not only that, some flashbangs are coming up. I still be seeing Taha holds down, but I'm not sure where those flashbangs are though. Well, looks like that has been Sandwich Rapper. They did come in the beginning, but not anymore.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Bomb located by
Beat has made his way inside the side of offices. He's got himself a nice breeze to walk into that he has established, I believe, by himself. But he'll be prone because he's watching any angles whatsoever. Beat is going to find that frag. In fact, Poseidon will be the one to collect that, at least as of now. Not sure where that long angle got employed from. It's all the way from the side of... oh, alright, that was from the window. And Ninja Freak will be coming alive with the smoke babes. EX7 still staying strong outside the AC vents area. And Union Gaming definitely bring out stuff alive on their board. Maker is going to find Sparko. That's 1 kill off the board. 4 versus 4 now being re-established in the favor of nobody. In fact, Maker finds another. Beat will shut down Maker. Finally, the man who's been getting so many frags for his team. Ninja Freak brings out the 3rd smoke babe, the 2nd smoke babe that he had in his back pocket. It's all going to come down to Hasib and Taha making some plays happen for the team, because Ninja Freak is essentially dead meat if he doesn't take wise decisions. Taha will be getting his frag on EX7. It's a nice one. In fact, we didn't quite get to catch that. We'll still be seeing Beat and Poseidon stay on this. And the Wilson has come in from the side of the attackers. He's going to spot the dog, but that's actually a dead body. Nothing you want to be overextending on, but there's still the smoke to worry about. Was playing with shield inside Fountain. Another smoke comes out that is going to be through the wall. Very interesting use of smoke waves being put to use by Ninja Freakway. But look at this. The peak will get punished and Hasib is going to collect that frag. It's all going to come down to Poseidon now. In a 1 versus 3 clash that he's got to make happen, but he won't, as Mercenaries walk away with round 8. So that means round 8 will go to their favor. And more than that, that is also the equalizer.
The equalizer coming in from Mercenaries on round 8, making it 4-4 in nobody's favor. Is it's one of the things, you know, that's fairly standard when it comes to Division 1. Because at this level of play, you don't really you really do expect teams to constantly be on equal score lines with each other. You don't really look at Division 1 and think, oh, this team is going to completely wash out this other team. No, you look at these two teams and you think, okay, we're looking at maybe a 7-5, maybe overtime, because those are the most common scores when it comes to the topmost division in the region right here. As we saw the 6 picks for the castle, and then I saw Sparko take the 6-pick ticket way too late to actually get anything outside of IQ, so he was just given IQ instead, at having not been able to pick any other operator. So a little bit of a visual mix-up right there from the man from Union Gaming, and just some small things you notice here and there. It's a little bit of fun that we like to have. Make sure that the prep phases and anytime the stream, the game itself can get a little stagnant with droning and whatnot happening. It's of course our job as casters to make it as entertaining as possible for all of our dear viewers at home. Speaking of which, of course, sound off in the chat which team you're supporting and whether or not we're going to see overtime right here on Border. 4-4 on round 9. Certainly looks like we might, but we would like to hear from you guys as well, as MI7 is struggling a little bit with the MP7, of course, to make that vertical line of sight for himself that he was trying to. As well, I think we can hear a barricade be broken somewhere, but I'm not sure where that is just yet. Meanwhile, more setup happening from the side of Mercenaries. As actually, now that I look at it, the side that we've gone to is ventilation, which again makes sense. Sometimes I confuse myself as to what I'm saying. I thought it was armory, even though the defenders won the last round, and yeah, my brain just isn't at it today for some reason. I may not have had the best sleep last night, but just gotta be careful of that the next time around. Come back into the game. Looks like MISN will be bandit tricking. Yep, there we go. Beat has been bandit tricked successfully, and he's got to wait for some help from Poseidon right now. He's going to throw in the EMP, and that is going to clear out bandit from sitting in there. Actually, MI7 has completely moved away from there right now. He's holding close to sandwich window, right at the corner, close by the sandwich window. He's going to be spotted up by the drone and forced to move out for the time being, making sure no one's in 90. He's going to move into archives, preparing a run out because he suspects the sandwich window repel. But of course, breaking the window has given away his position, so he's not going to go for it. Instead, make it look like he is to distract the IQ for just a little bit of time. The roamers right now, their, of course, primary objective is to waste time for the attackers, and they are doing that very well right now. Union Gaming are about, with only a minute and 10 seconds left. Yeah, not a lot of time with a 5 versus 5 to go into the last half of this round. And there you go. Spark is going to go down. He was going for the peak into ventilation. Unfortunately, there was Jaeger to take him off the equation really, really quickly. We've got M Maker taking down Jittery as well. And Beat is going to go for the peak into B. Will he find somebody? No, the Jaeger managed to get away with his life. And Taha only takes a little bit of damage and not enough to send him down just yet. 40 seconds are left on the clock right now as Union Gaming are going to be pressurized into a situation. They've got to make the plant happen if they want to have a chance at winning this round or somehow find all of the last remaining defenders. And there you go. EX7 is going to get the ball rolling, taking down Taha, making it a 4 versus 3 down from a 5 versus 3. But will it be enough, or is it too little too late? You still got the Womai up there as shots are being fired from vertical lines of sight being made from the attackers. But again, is it enough or is it too late right now? 15 seconds left remaining. X7's going to go down. He has been down and taken out by Maker. And B's going to take a bit of damage as well. As T4's going to be coming out. Poseidon has taken one. B took another one, actually. Make that a 2v2 right now. Make that a 1v2. It's all of a sudden down to Hasib, the castle. But do they get the plant up? Yes, they do. Beat is going for it, but he will be denied. Hasib with the play in the strategic position that he was in is going to deny the Thermite from going for the plant. And will give the defending team of Mercenaries round 10 with a beautiful denial right there. Oh, round 9, excuse me. I said round 10 looking at the round count. It's round 9 that they won.
Oh boy, Hasib with the perfect play indeed. I think it did come down to Beat going for that position and planning on the rotation, because he thought that the castle will most probably be coming from the side of the hallway. It is safer for me to plant a little in the cover of the cupboards, but guess what? Hasib was right there from the side, a long angle being employed on the UMP, the extended barrel, in fact, using that to perfection. Not enough even for the cover of EX7 to come and help him in that. We'll be seeing Sparko bring out a concern. Apparently, that's a bandit uniform that is not allowed, as I think he's going to get team kill at this point. Hasib is waiting for that confirmation. MI7, he's just repenting, I think. So look at that. Up, admin. I'll just tell them. I will be checking with the admins. Definitely, the communication's already been made. I'm waiting for the answer back from them. Is definitely Sterile Soil is going to be the bundle's name.
10 seconds to insert.
And that is MI7 says that it is not the Sterile Soil bundle, Sparko, but just a little bit. Sparko says it's still not allowed though. It's just a little bit of a to and fro. That means the admins will have to step in and give me some information about the fact on how this round is supposed to go ahead. Definitely, I'm waiting in my DMs on my phone. Obviously, admins, thank you if you listen to this, listen to me. Thank you very much. We'll still be seeing Maker on the top floor, and we will be underway with round 10. Mercenaries have definitely gotten themselves a very nice advantage. And mind you, after a humiliating performance yesterday from the side of Mercenaries, they happened to lose the match 7-2, I believe that was, again on Coastline, against the side of Demon's Force. Is 7-1 maybe. I cannot exactly remember what the score was, but eventually there was something that Mercenaries just could not stand up against. So we'll be up and running soon in this matchup, and now with this round coming in, Beat will be going for the exothermic charge. He's got the Claymore deployed already. A very good use of utility for that matter. Thatcher is here to help him get the wall breached, and the detention doorway will be a new avenue being opened for the side of the attackers that Taha will be. Apparently, he does get spotted out, and that is why he's going to fall back. The audio cues of the drone does third rod, and look at this, the Maker will be going for the run. Really nice one, in fact. Almost connects the headshot onto the Zofia, but he won't connect the follow-up, and that is it. Jittery takes away the head of the Jaeger. A lot of time being drained, at least on the top floor, the way this round has fared so far, but MI7 tries to go for a runner. There's nothing that is converting. Hasib will still be watching all the way on the side of CCTV. He's got to be wary about somebody playing outside CC. Oh, look at that peek from the Zofia. At any moment now he could get taken away, but he doesn't notice there's somebody walking up from the side of EX7. That is MI7 will be getting a frag onto Sparko, and very interestingly, we've got both I would say 00 agents on the side of both these teams, MI7 and EX7. As we'll be seeing some old memes come out to life. Taha will get the nomad charge, but he doesn't know there's a Thatcher waiting for him. And the answer comes right back in from MI7. The bandit definitely doing a lot of work. He's still got the bandit C4 in his pocket, but the smoke has already expelled all of his gas grenades. MI7 will go down. It's all down to Ninja Freak. He's gonna he's gonna spot one, not find anybody, but Union Gaming will walk away with round 10, as that is something that we did not see Mercenaries come out with a play on. And round 10 will be the equalizer that Union Gaming put on board. Round 11 is what we'll be proceeding to.
Round 11 is going to be on the cards right now. And 5-5 is the score. It is definitely very close indeed. These next two rounds are going to be very important for both of these teams because that will decide on the fate of this match and one of the teams for that matter. Because if either team wins 7-5, then that'll be it for the match of border. Or if it's a 6-6, then of course it will be overtime on a border as well. Speaking of overtime, the last overtime we had was yesterday itself between the game of Reckoning Esports and Sanesha Esports on this very same map of border. Reckoning Esports was the one to win that out 8-6. A little bit of an interesting tidbit because if this one goes to overtime, then it would make border the overtime map for Division 1 so far, which is it's something we saw way back in Season 1, I believe, where border was the hotspot for overtimes, and Season 2 changed that to, of course, Clubhouse. Season 2 was primarily played in Clubhouse anyway, but yeah. So far, yeah, things are definitely looking very good indeed. For the way Season 3 has been progressing so far, the games have been absolutely amazing, the players have been absolutely amazing, and everything between has been as well. So it's been fun so far, and we're only in week 1. Of course, today is the end of week 1 for that matter. The end of today's games will mark the end of the first week, and we will be resuming with week 2 with the Division 3 on a Tuesday. So lots of siege action right there. But waiting on that for just a little bit as we've got the mercenaries setting up their final sets of defensive strategies right here on second floor armory. Shots are already being fired, not sure quite where, but nothing to connect on either on either team's heads right now. So nothing is going to come off of that for the time being. Excuse me. MI7 sitting inside of offices right now, just playing the meat actually this time, making sure that nobody can say that he's got a skin that isn't allowed. I'm pretty sure he's playing the mute elite, which is, as far as I'm aware, very allowed for that matter. It's one of the better skins if you ask me, but unfortunately he'll be going down. BD's going to find him, and that is MI7 off the board. It's a pretty big kill right now as he's going to slither his way in as well. The thermite just going to come in nice and smoothly into office. He's got plenty of cover, but he knows that there's somebody inside a fountain right now. He's got to be careful of that. And that is, of course, the smoke Ninja Freak sitting in a fountain behind a shield. As the push into offices looks like it's gaining steam for the side of Union Gaming. Yep, make that 3 versus 5. Jiri has found Maker in the meanwhile from the first floor as well. Not sure where that came out from, but Jiri has taken down the Wamai, which is another pretty big kill. Shots being fired all over the map as the Union Gaming is slowly making their way towards site, towards archives, but now their next hurdle in offices is, of course, the Jaeger who's approaching the door, and Hasib's actually taking down Sparko, and Jiri goes down as well. He'll be confirmed onto by Hasib, who's doing a lot of work right now for his team. The Jaeger's got a double kill for himself, and canisters are coming out from smoke to deny the push coming in from the rest of Union Gaming. The situation, of course, has been wildly turned to a 3 versus 3 right now, as looks like it is going to be coming down close. And what a shot from Hasib right there, taking down EX7. He's got a triple kill for himself, and he's lighting up the room right now, as Union Gaming are suddenly at a disadvantage off the back of this single Jaeger right now. Hasib has really come to play. Poseidon's going to take down Ninja Freak, equalize the man count once again, leaving it all down to Taha and Hasib to do something about the situation they found themselves in. Another hard breach comes out from Thermite. Not sure where that came in from, but unfortunately, Hasib will be ended by Beat, making it a 1 versus 2 for the Echo to deal with. He doesn't have his drone. The EMP came out at the right time, and the push is coming in from the Thermite. Does the Echo know? In small office? No, the Thermite will actually get that. And despite being at a disadvantage for quite a bit of the round, Union Gaming are going to take round 11, and they are going to go to match point. They're the first ones to get there in this match, but round 12 is in play, and knowing mercenaries, they are definitely not giving up anytime soon.
No, but definitely Union Gaming, we've seen a similar performance yesterday as well. They did take the little sweet time. It's been a to and fro, but a nice try from Hasib in the last round there. He happened to do a lot of heavy lifting. In fact, for his team, there was so much work being put in from the Jaeger alone. And more than that, it did come down to Union Gaming playing that better in terms of how the teamwork came down to. Even if there's two people left on the side, Union Gaming, they somehow make their way out of it. And more than that, it's been amazing to watch them do that. You know, when it comes down to plays like that, where you have very specific examples of exhibiting teamwork, that is what we saw. That is what a perfect and a very textbook example of how you have to attack with your brother in arms in the game, at least for now. Very well done from the side. Union Gaming will be heading into round. Let me just calculate here. Round 12 now. Yep, round 12 will be underway. As we will see Union Gaming sit on the driver's seat. All they have to do is win one round, as that is going to be all that they need to get themselves this victory. It only stands to see on how things will turn out eventually. We'll still be seeing Maker establish himself some nice bullet holes. I doubt if that is going to still help him, because there's a shield right in front of him. So, does that block the? Yeah, it obviously does. At least when that is the angle you're placing it on. But then again, a double wall reinforcement comes in from the 90 hallway as well. A triple wall, if you want to call it. There's this almost a quadruple wall that you have to do usually. Not actually. Actually, I'm going to take my word back on that. It's essentially a double wall or a triple one, depending on how you want the kind of freedom for yourselves, and more than that, sacrificing a reinforcement someplace else. And in this case, it's going to be the reinforcement on the side of officers, single on that triple reinforcement. In fact, the triple doorway, as I like to call it, the triple wall of officers. One of them will be left soft. Jittery will be coming in. Oh no, that is actually going to be Beat who's going for the breach on the south wall. In fact, he's going to get that breach done. That's also going to open up the solo wall on two officers. Nomad all the way outside. I think that is, yep, that is going to be EX7 on the flank watch. Very interesting. He's got himself some nice Nomad charges while the push onto side is happening. Poseidon with the Thatcher will be retrieving the diffuser and going for this plan any moment now. There's only chance to see if they get themselves at least the initial advantage that they need in terms of how they want to take control on this map of Fountain, of Offices, and of Archives eventually, and go and attempt the plan. Beat will be watching this angle. He's made his way inside, but at least for the while, he'll be creeping up on it. Very slowly, very steadily. Doesn't want to over-peek anything while the flank was still going on. Jittery comes up with a stun grenade. That is the Jaeger. Hasib taking a little bit of not disorientation, or rather that was somebody else. Taha, in fact, onto his side. Ninja Freak using his smoke base to perfection. That's going to scare off the Maverick, but a nade is being cooked. And Ninja Freak almost walking into that. He's just going to back. He's got himself a really bad spot to play in. He's just going to try and cover his tracks. No, he won't be able to. He'll still be get spotted out from the smoke. And now Beat will be going for the breach. Sparko meanwhile gets caught up by Hasib. That's the Jaeger once again. Coming back alive. He's going to spot the Nomad. Look at that shot from Hasib. What are you doing? The Jaeger gets that frag. What an amazing run out from Hasib, and the Jaeger is going to convert that. In fact, Taha knows that the plant is going down, but the plant, Yokai gets spotted. Maker gets a shot on speed. Taha doesn't know where the plant is going down. In fact, he's a little confused. It's 2 versus 2, and Jeffrey made his way inside. He does manage to get the plant out, but he's still got to find 2 more bodies and take down only 1 more. That's all on Hasib. He's been influential for Mercenary so far, but at this pace, he's got to get spotted out. He's going to get a frag. That's 1 kill. He's going to find another. Yes, he will. And a 1-tap. Hasib with the clutch comes in. 4 frags and a quad kill clutch from the man. I'm not sure what Union Gaming was doing right there. But Hasib with the clutch comes in the right place at the right time. Like I said, as I just happened to fumble over my words a little, because that is exactly the kind of play we saw Hasib pull out. Will take us to overtime. 6-6 is the scoreline.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know it. Overtime is in play right here. 6-6 is the scoreline, as looks like we are definitely going to be coming back on to second floor armory from the side of the defending team Mercenaries. and it should be very interesting to see how these next set of rounds go for both of these teams. We've got an alibi pick coming in from MII7, the 6th pick out of the Bandit into the Valkyrie, actually. Decides against the alibi, thinks, all right, let's take the Valkyrie, because Border Valkyrie is a combination that is tried and tested ever since the dawn of time. I'm just kidding, ever since this map was introduced. Now, it's overtime being one of those situations where both these teams will now have to bring in 110% to win over the other. And given what we've seen from both of these teams so far, especially last round with that beautiful clutch from Hasib, he almost had one a couple rounds ago before that as well. Unfortunately, wasn't able to complete the clutch. He was taken out a bit too early. But last round, he was able to complete what he set out to do, finish his mission, and get it done in style with that, a one-tap to finish things off. Just well done for the man indeed. And as we move into action phase for this round, round 13, a pre-play C4 from MI7. All right, I assume he's got a camera in that general vicinity to take out whoever steps on that particular area. I think that is the corridor on the east stairs, so that should definitely be very good indeed. Meanwhile, just there, you see the last bits of defense we set up. Lots of bullet hole peeks coming out from Mercenaries right here to counter the way Union Gaming plays. Of course, they like to face check quite a few angles. And Mercenaries are saying, nope, we're not going to face check everything. We're going to make sure we've got our lines of sight established. You can hear a heart breach coming out already from Beat, the Thermite of Union Gaming, and that is on top of this, of course, as Ninja Freak is going to be using the Valkyrie camera on the dome of the roof of offices just to make sure that he's got all the intel he needs. There's a drone there with the Val camera. Of course, it's not going to be looking in the general vicinity of the cam, but there you go. The drone has been taken out, and Ninja Freak is going to resume his duties on the camera.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Maker inside of Fountain. The X7 is actually going to be finding MII7. A little bit of, secret service right there. EX7 onto MII7. But unfortunately, the Valkyrie has been taken off the board. Looks like C4s won't be blowing from the side of the defense right now, because the only one with the C4 was the Valkyrie, and she has been taken off the board way too quickly right now. Lifelines are coming out from the Zofia towards a Fountain to burn out the utilities being placed here, magnets and whatnot. But the Maverick has already made his way towards the single reinforced wall as Beats got to find Hasib. That's a huge kill. Hasib was the man with the clutch potential, and there you go. The smoke goes down as well. Looks like Union Gaming are dead set to win this round on Armory right now and give themselves the overtime match point. The Wamai goes down. It's a 1v5, all down to Taha on the Echo. Will he be able to do anything about the situation he is in with the last minute remaining, and the push coming in from the hard breach from the Thermite on towards the archive side? The plant is coming down. Is there enough cover to be stopping this push? Probably, yes. The Sparko has gone down. He was throwing a grenade, but the plant has happened. Shots are being fired, but not a whole lot coming out of the chaos that we're seeing on our screens. And there we go. The kill finally does come in from Beat, and he's going to take down Taha, the Echo, who was roaming around in archives, not too sure about who was where. And as that kill is confirmed, as the dust settles, Union Gaming are the first ones to go onto overtime match point.
All right, Union Gaming once again sit in the comfortable spot of a match point, but the real question is, will we see Mercenaries take us to maximum overtime or not? They've had themselves quite the run, and look at that, the frags that we're getting to see. In fact, Beat has got himself 15 frags on board Poseidon with 11, Jittery on 12 himself, while 6 and 9. All right, nice. Sparkle and EX7 following up. MI7, meanwhile, he's got 9 frags on board Taha and SC with 10 and 11. Ninja Freak will be on 4 to 2, while Maker will be on 7. Ninja Freak has indeed been playing the support operators for his team. He's been on the Mountain and the Smoke, in fact, but the Thermite clutch is something that is definitely something that we'll have to remember. A very important and a very crucial round that he got for his team. But looks like EX7 from the side of Union Gaming will be bringing up the Clash. Clash is definitely going to be something that will be scaring off the side of the attackers. It only stands to see if they'll be doing that long enough or not. They've got the Zofia running. That's essentially the only direct counter to the Clash. They've got MI7 on the Thatcher as well. Does enter them off a little bit. You know, the Clash's ability won't be allowed to operate when the Thatcher EMP is detonated. I think the cooldown time for that is around 6 seconds. I think it is around 5 or 6. Yeah, or maybe it's even 7. I'm not sure. But then again, 7 seconds is the fuse duration as well. So yeah. We'll be seeing Taha already bring out the Ash. Like I said, very destructive Ash player that this man is. He's just finding a way to glory. Just some pre-fires that he can make with the R4C and doing what just Ash means do. A drone to guide the man and the will to win this match. Will be making his way inside East Stairs, as looks like the side of the mercenaries will be attempting an East Stairs push indeed. They've got to get these triple walls open. They've got a Ninja Freak running the Thermite. Will be droning as of now. He's trying to get him maximum information as much as he can. MI7 will make sure any runouts won't be possible. And Maker will be on the side of AC1's windows. Maker running the Blackbeard, that is going to be an advantage definitely in terms of how he intends to take these gunfights from such an influential angle. That's for the Clash, a nice reaction time, but only to realize that that's a Clash, that's a shield that you're shooting. Nothing that you'll be connecting to it though. A C4 goes out, I'm not sure where that came from, but at least now Quantum G1 will be falling back for a second, but MI7 will be picking up an early kill, and that is Poseidon off the board. Hasib still watching this angle. We'll still be seeing Taha come on for some flashes. He's burning the ADSs out from the middle hallway because he wants to attempt for taking out the shield, and yes, he will eventually. We'll still be seeing Sparko playing on an anti hallway. That means the attackers will have to pick these fights to the maximum perfection. MI7 not realizing where Jitri is playing though. Tries to land the shots, but Jitri is being all the while more evasive. He's just gonna fall back, and more than that, move on the side of the small area. EX7 has not lost any HP, mind you. The shield operator, that is the Clash. Maker will find another kill. That's Jitri off the board, and looks like the distraction is what is necessary for Ninja Freak to go down with the breach. And Hasib is going to find Beat as well. It's all around to Sparko and EX7. A nice shot comes in, but Ninja Freak is not realizing he's getting cornered from 2 angles. Sparko will find that frag. EX7 has come in with the maneuver, but he'll get caught out as well. It's all on the Sparko in a 1 vs 4, but he won't be able to connect it as Taha will get the final frag onto Sparko. The Goyo as well, the Ash on the R4 sitting inside side and knowing exactly where that operator was playing. But that being said, we'll be going to round 15 here as it is overtime, match point, maximum rounds on the first day of day 2 for Division 1 on Season 3. Blackjack, thoughts?
I mean, thoughts are the fact that we're here on round 15. This is definitely getting very, very heated, this match. Very exciting indeed, and very lots of hype for all of our viewers back at home, and all of the other adjectives that I can use, but my brain refuses to pull them up for this particular occasion, as we'll be moving to second floor armory lockers once again from the side of the defensive team. I believe it is MRCZ this time around, and we should be underway nice and quickly with the final round of this match on Border. And it is, of course, the final round primarily because, one, this is not unlimited overtime. We would be sitting here for a very long time if it was. And especially because of the teams that we have on play. Mercenaries versus Union Gaming, you know. One team wins, they instantly equalize. The other team wins, they instantly equalize. We'll be sitting here for a ridiculously large amount of time. If anybody remembers the game between G2 and Empire a couple of years ago on unlimited overtime, that... I'm pretty sure we're not going to see something, have seen something in equal measure to that, but it would have been here for a while. We would have been here for a while, that is for sure. And looks like we won't be here for that long because this is the last round of overtime, the last round of the match, and the victor has to be decided. It is now or never for both of these teams. This round is for the entire map, for all the marbles, the entire cake, and everything else in between. Action phase is already underway, of course, as Union Gaming on the attack. We saw them take the side of Armory Lockers very, very comprehensively a couple rounds ago on the first overtime round. But yeah, it should definitely be very interesting to see how they managed to make their push happen this time around. because there we go. I'm making sure to put that claimer down, but this time I'm fairly certain that mercenaries are gonna have their defense set up nice and easily, and nice and well for that matter, anticipating the kind of push that Union Gaming likes to make. Oh, there you go. Maker's actually going to go for a peek onto Poseidon out of the office window, and that is a Thatcher of the board really quickly. That is a pretty big kill because, one, Poseidon's been the man for the plan for the most part, and two, it's because of the Thatcher. You take out the Thatcher of the board early, and a lot of defender utility gets saved from being taken out by the EMPs.
Look out, it's live. Perimeter fit.
Oh, Will, looks like
Alright,
we've lost.
No.
I thought for a second
just,
we lost.
I was just yawning. Do excuse me for that. But I'm a little sleepy. Can you blame me? But in the meanwhile, Maker actually went down while I was doing that. I was just unable to call that out. But things are definitely heating up right now. We've got peaks and shots fired all over the place as Union Gaming's drones are coming in as well. And there we go. Just shooting away the Echo Ninja Freak, trying to find anybody, but not quite. He's going to make sure, excuse me, move in towards Sandwich Window as MI7's gone prone on the fountain area. You normally see a smoke play here, but with the absence of the smoke, MI7, the Valkyrie, has to have taken his place, and he will be going down very quickly to the hands of EX7 with 50 seconds and less left in the round. It's a 2v4 right now. Jittery takes on Hasi, but that's a huge kill. The clutch potential for mercenaries has just decreased significantly, but not to count out Ninja Freak and Taha. They can do something very, very crazy right now if they are, of course, able to get their wits about them and make sure they know everything that they do about this particular situation. The Nomad is not going to be taken down. Taha, unfortunately, whiffing a few too many shots, he's going to lose that fight, leaving it all onto Echo. He'll be taken out by Beat, and that is going to do it for the round and for the match on Border, ladies and gentlemen. Union Gaming are your victors on overtime right here. They win a Border 8-7. Oh boy, what a match indeed. Oh, with that being said, of course, that is it for the first game between Union Gaming and Mercenaries. And what a way to start off day 2 for Division 1 in Season 3 of the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. All right, so it looks like we've just received the news that we don't actually have any matches coming up in the afternoon for you guys, unfortunately, as we'll be meeting everyone directly in the evening with the second stream. And that, of course, is going to be starting things off with Demas Force versus Sanasia Esports, and rounding things out with Level 0 Esports versus Reckoning Esports. So things are definitely still very exciting. We may lack a match here and there, but, you know, there's tons of things going on, and the world is pretty crazy as it is right now. So hopefully everybody is staying safe where they are at the time being. But that is going to do it for us, both of us. That is myself, Blackjack, and of course my co-caster Foxy, as we will see you in the evening with those two very exciting matches that I just mentioned. Stay tuned.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WB Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with AC Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I am your host Blackjack, and joining me, of course, is my co-host Sam and Foxy, as we are here for the second game of the day, Samurai Esports taking on Never Diamonds. And a little bit of clarification for all of our viewers at home. I was told by the admins that we were not supposed to be having a second game in the afternoon today, but then I was told in between the games that we are actually going to be having the second game of the day. So here we are, a bit of a weird situation, but I'm just saying what the admins tell me, really, when it comes to the scheduling of the games that we have on hand. We're, of course, already in the ban phase between both of these teams right now. The Thatcher has already been banned, and there goes Capital off the board as well. A couple of fairly standard bans, if you ask me. Capital definitely less common than a Thatcher ban. Thatcher's been banned quite a lot when it comes to this entire tournament, and there we go. The Mira ban, once again, a very, very common ban for that matter. It's stuff like this, you know, it's bans like this that you see pretty much all the time when it comes to all the maps of competitive Rainbow Six. And the last ban of the Defenders is going to be the Valkyrie off the board. So, excuse me, that is going to do it for the ban phase. Your banned operators are Thatcher, Capital, Mira, and Valkyrie, nice and quickly. So, coming into round one of the lobby of the match itself, of course, both of these teams boasting some great rosters. Speaking of which, let's have a quick introduction to both of these teams. From the side of Samurai Esports, we've got Pakthun Kid, Lockdown, Buckers, Killin, and Fankel. And from the side of Never Diamonds, we've got Shulker, Mike, 6ix9ine, Cobra, and Sam. The first site is going to be Third Floor Bar and Cocktail Lounge. And it looks like Buckers wants the Hibana Hard Breacher over the Mavericks Blowtorch Hard Breach tool. Round.
Oh, definitely. The Hibana is. I think she does offer all the while more flexibility in terms of how the attackers can approach a particular site. Maverick just requires a little more hard. You know, it's I would say Hibana is the lazy man's thermite. So at some point, you know, at least it's a good operator. It comes out very handy. The proximity breach is not necessary. You can have yourselves the breach done from a really long angle as well. And yep, that is why Hibana gets used. And more than that, even on this on a map like Cafe, that is very specially, we have seen multiple teams ban out
10 seconds remaining.
hard breaches like Thermite, ban out hard breaches like Hibana. So yeah,
5 seconds.
that out of the way, we'll be seeing that come on. Buckers will be on it, but let's take a quick look at these rosters that we haven't gotten a chance to look at. We were really quick with everything going on around us, with the quick rescheduling of this match and stuff. So we'll be seeing ourselves head into round one. Pakhtun Kid, Lockdown, Buckers, Killen, and Fankel on the side of ESM. So really good roster that ESM is locking right now. In fact, I've got Shulker, Mike, 6ix9ine, Cobra, and Sam on the side of Never Diamonds. Now, Never Diamonds definitely have had their sweet time and most amazing time. In fact, when it came down to Division 2, unbeatable in that season. In fact, one entire season, Never Diamonds has not had one single loss. That's huge. I mean, entirety of a season, not even losing one match is something that takes a lot more dedication, and more than that, it does essentially take a lot more hard work. But that out of the way, we'll be seeing Buckers make a play already in the Whiskey Wrap. There'll be some support coming in from the Sledge as well, and most likely he's going to drop that window any moment now. But it only stands to see if the castle gets noticed from this far off angle that is on the piano rappel or not. Well, the castle barricade will get open, but that's not the shot you want to connect. Oh, he will connect it. Shulker gets the frag on to kill him. There's no dark on play. That means that the HP disadvantage that Shulker has found himself in, I believe that is about 10 to 5 HP. But we'll be seeing ourselves head into the match here. Oh, rather the free comes in from the side of the castle. He's going to notice the fact that there's an IQ peeking him on that. Rather, that was the Nomad. In fact, Fankel still be holding all the way on the side of the drone work there from the side of ESM once again. a little too much emphasis. I would really have to accept that. But let's see how things will turn out as we proceed later into this round. Maestro cams do get spotted out. That means the utility will get used up, but our impact nade from below is going to take the attention of the attackers away. Maktoon Kid finds a frag onto Shulker, but there's the C4 from below, and that is going to blow away two of the attackers. In fact, Sam with a perfect C4 and an amazing play off the back of that Goyo, using the vector and the C4 to his perfection. And does he get the third is the real question. Fankel almost finding the laundry, almost meeting up with the Goyo in this laundry area. He doesn't know he's hiding over there. Oh, he does. And the headshot is right into place. 2 versus 3 established. There's no more C4 operators being down below, as essentially there is no more C4 operators except for Mojo. No, excuse me, Mojo will not be playing with us today as Sam has come into play. We'll be seeing the angles being noticed, but alright, a pre-fire comes in and Mike won't be connecting any single bullet from that entire mag. Jaeger is here to fall in, and the Maestro will collect the final kill. That means Cobra, that is. On to Fangle, some quick refrag game that just happened very quickly. And that'll be Never Diamonds walking away with the first round of this match.
Round 1 already done and dusted with, and it of course goes to the defending team of Never Diamonds, who will be shifting sites to First Floor Kitchen from the looks of things. And as I write that down into my little match ledger, if you will, making sure I've got all the information nice and easily written down, we're going to be moving into round 2 very swiftly indeed. Hopefully, once again, today we don't have any issues with the disconnects as we had yesterday. You know, yesterday was particularly heavy when it came to rehosts. We had quite a few for that matter, but hopefully nothing of that sort today. Hopefully the players and of course the Ubisoft servers themselves stay as stable as they are right now, and we can get this match over and done with in one straight go. Of course, saying that doesn't mean I don't want that I don't want this game to go on.
Though I hope I'm back online though. Oh, we're back.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, we had a little bit of an internet difficulty right there, but yep, the feed is back, the stream is back, and we are back on track with the game. And in between that little issue that we had there, of course, looks like we have the early game equalizer coming in from the side of E-Samurai. They seem to have won round 2 on Kitchen, which has prompted Net Diamonds to come back to Kitchen once again. Not sure what we missed out on in that one round, though. We're going to have to ask the players later on as to what happened and get their feedback on it, just in case there were some interesting statistics we may have missed out on. For, of course, the standings and MVP standings and team standings and all that stuff, you know. All the good stuff that gets released on the socials of the Esports Club over on Facebook and Instagram. So follow us there to keep track of your favorite teams in the league in general. Not just this season, of course. There will be statistics for interseason as well. You know, between seasons, what happens, and some statistics that go beyond seasons. You know, across multiple, for that matter. Cobra got the shotgun on the mute on the top floor room. Interestingly enough, as I think he'll be joined by Shulker anytime soon. Maybe not. Shulker's just holding down on the brown stairs for the time being, and just doing Shulker things, I guess. 6ix9ine holding down the white corridor from inside of the first floor VIP section, and everything just seems to be coming along just about standardly as it could. Coach Check, Goyle sitting inside here. Sam, of course, just got the Vector in hand, gets on the table, making sure that he has everything that he needs to win a gunfight should he be forced into one. Buckers is joining throughout the second floor, trying to find any roamers that his team needs to take out before they go for the vertical breaches that they are going to do, because, of course, that's one of the best ways to take control of Kitchen as a site. Meanwhile, I believe that's 3 attackers on the second floor. In fact, it is the Ash, the Zofia. Ash has actually made her way down to second floor right now and should be joined by the Sledge and the Zofia any second. In fact, all of them are down here. And Nomad is already halfway down the red stairs to try and find something or put down air jabs. In the meanwhile, shots are being fired by the bearing of Buckers right now. He's opening up the main door of Bakery. And Paktoon Kid is watching from halfway down the red stairs. No confrontations between operators happening just yet, even though vertical lines of sight are being opened up by ESM as they are trying to find any defenders. And oh, is that a one-tap from Sam onto Killen? Alrighty, then the Goyo gets a kill, and Cobra gets lit up quite a bit. He's actually down and taken out by Lockdown from the second floor inside of Train Museum. That is the mute of the board. The man count has been equalized, but will the Womami find out? Yes, he will. But Shulker's found Buckers. In the meanwhile, Sam gets taken down by Lockdown. It's a 3 versus 2, and Never Diamonds are not looking too hot right now. They've still got 2 very influential operators, the Jaeger and the Kaid, left in play for themselves. As Fankel, Platoon Kid, and Lockdown are what's left of this attack from ESM. Grenade being cooked by the Sledge. Will it find anybody? No, it won't. It's just going to blow away harmlessly in the middle of nowhere. Shots being fired by the TCSG, but is there a carbine that's going to find Platoon Kid as he finds another one? That's actually Mike who finds Fankel. And with so little time left, Lockdown has to do so much. Can he do it? He's only got less than 5 seconds, but no, the peek from Jaeger comes in. And Shulker will be the one to take down Lockdown, and ESM are going to be the ones to win Kitchen on round 3.
Alright, ESM definitely a really good play indeed from them. But towards the end, it was Never Diamonds that got the better of them. In fact, Bar and Cocktail Lounges will be the defensive side. They'll be choosing to go back to once again. ESM still, though, they've got 1 round on board. That means that is still good in terms of how attacking looks like on a map like Cafe. So, proceeding on round 4, the difference in terms of how we've seen, not exactly. I couldn't really take sides at this moment, but ESM has had an amazing track record of performing really well in the past few tournaments, or more than that, past few matches that they've got for themselves. And mind you, ESM and Never Diamonds, both of those teams that have made their way back from Division 2, that is, they faced each other, and Never Diamonds, like I've already specified this fact, is that they haven't lost a single match in Division 2. Before getting promoted to Division 1, that is, now that we're watching them play over here, ESM definitely need to step some stuff up and try and get their runs on board, because
10 seconds to insertion.
attacking on Cafe is definitely all the while more difficult, and that is what makes it all the while more crucial as well, getting those rounds on board. So a little bit of a castle and the mute start being apart from the side of the defense here. Sam will be bringing out the pistol here. He's just waltzing around on the top of the yellow hallway.
Have recovered their
No spawn peaks from the side of the diamonds. That means ESM is going to have all the while less things to worry about. They're just going to walk in and they're just going to try and get their breaches. More than that, establish some nice control for themselves. The castle barricade does get open. I bet there was somebody watching that. Actually, there'll be nobody watching that. Shulker doing something in a similar fashion of what we saw happen in the beginning of this rounders match as well. In fact, Shulker with the UMP will be a little more careful with the kind of peak that he brings out, because last time he was left away with about 4 or 5 HP. This time it really stand to see if he's still able to survive. Is he still up and kicking? The castle still be watching this angle, and now that the castle barricade has been broken up, does not give him all the while more room to work with, and some drone works are being coming in instead from the side of Samurai Esports. Look at that, the breach will come in from Buckers. That's Ibana making sure she's doing all the work, but the Maestro Equalizer, something that is trading off information for the side of ESM, or rather for the side of Never Diamonds. Shulker still playing on a really crucial spot, and more than that, a really tricky spot. He's just going to fall back and drop the hatch. Still got 2 impacts that he could use for himself in terms of how the plan could go down from the bottom as well. Not necessarily it's got to be a C4, because we know a double impact could also do the job.
bomb located by attackers.
Now that the piano area will be cleared, the attackers will be making their way inside anytime soon now. But meanwhile, Pakhtunkid is going to find a one tap onto Buckers. I'm not sure what happened. I definitely don't know why he happened to kill his own teammate. The Hibana is going to leave, and Buckers is indeed going to leave. Yes, I think he was lagged out. Meanwhile, Frankel will equalize things out. ESM gets themselves a frag, and Shulker is going to go down in the hands of the Nomad. That's the AK being brought to the table. Once again, Cobra will be peeking along with Sam on this little hallway that they've got for themselves. The shotgun is out in the hands of the man. Pakhtunkid knows exactly what our pre that is, that the SMG11 play came out from, and that is why he's still not choosing to push this. A little bit of a prone peek comes in. He's still going to be noticing if anybody intends to go for that quick plant, but the C4 has already been expelled. That's a really good use of the C4, I've got to tell you. I mean, that does put the Samurai Esports in a little less, I would say, they've got less things to worry about at least, but at the moment, they've got, oh, all right, lockdown with the shot onto somebody that is, and a flurry of kills come out. It's all down to lockdown in a 1 versus 2. He doesn't even find the first frag, and Never Diamonds walk away with round 4 as well. And a Rios request from Killen has come in. As I'll be asking him for no Rios, alright. Okay, it looks like a no Rios request has come in as well from this side of Killen, because we do see Buckers join back in the lobby. Blackjack, what do you have to say about this?
Well, given what we're seeing so far, 3-1 is the scoreline between ESM and ND, and we're going to be moving to second floor fireplace and reading room, a site that we've seen become quite popular with the competitive teams playing Cafe Dostoevsky, as Lockdown's going to go for the 6-pick out of the sledge into the IQ, bring in that operator. That is, of course, very useful for finding defender utilities, and given the kind of lineup we're seeing here from the defenders, definitely going to be very, very useful indeed.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I assume that when Lockdown brings in the IQ, he's also thinking of bringing in a set of breach charges with him to make sure that he can use the RED scanner to the best of its ability, and even if he's not using it, he can use the breach charges to make vertical lenses sight into sight, provided they have top floor control. But the way Never Diamonds have played the defense so far, it is definitely going to be very fun indeed. As we see, yep, there we go. The prep phase preparations are being made. Evil Eye goes out on mining room, all right. Interesting place to put it. Quite far from site itself, but excuse me, the Evil Eye can be used for intel in this situation. And this room, mining room, it's pretty much a choke point, if you will, for attackers pushing this area. And oh, Cobra, I think was trying to break the window without causing a fuss by breaking the glass pane, but unfortunately he broke the glass pane, which is what he wasn't trying to do, but unfortunately for him, didn't so work out for him. He's going for a spawn peek as well, but he's not going to find anybody. Samurai Esports are pretty cautious when it comes to this peak right here, this window, whiskey window as it were, in Cigar Lounge, and nobody's going to be peeking it for the time being. Fankel in the meanwhile is going to find 6-9. That is the pulse of the board already, as Pulse was going to be pretty useful in this round for the side of Never Diamonds, but with him gone, yeah, that's definitely something of a disadvantage that Never Diamonds have to contend with, not just for the man advantage, utility disadvantage as well. But that being said, of course, again, I was just doing a little something here. Yawning, nothing else. But yeah, coming back to the match at hand, we were just seeing Killen go just very patiently holding down that piano window, making sure nobody goes for a cheeky run out. As Mozzie, of course, Cobra is all the way at the white stairs landing right by the hallway itself, and Sam got a vertical angle up to the second floor. Second floor is, of course, still being held by Shulker and Cobra, the Jaeger, and the Mozzie, as Mike is actually sitting inside a train museum right outside of the dining room site. So it's a fairly good hold, and there we go, the peek comes in, but no, Cobra's actually going to lose that, unfortunately, and Killen's going to take down Shulker as well. That is the Roamers taken off the board very quickly from the side of Samurai Esports, and Never Diamonds in a very tricky position. 2 versus 5, all down to Sam and Mike to try and make something out of what they are in right now. Will they be able to make it out of this, though? Because shots are going to be fired from the door. Shots are going to be fired from above. As the C4 comes out from Sam, but will it connect? No, it won't. Instead, it has given them another angle to work with. Paktoon Kid, a bit of damage has been taken by the Ash. Not sure where that happened, but the Mute's got to be careful where he peeks, because one wrong move and he could be taken out right here very quickly. The Maestro, of course, has to be very careful as well, because there could be a drop into laundry. In fact, I think there will be any time now. Maybe, maybe not, as the push into side is coming in. Mike actually finds Fanko, and that is the nomad of the board. That's the first of many, but no, he's down, and the Mute goes down as well. And with that, Samurai Esports are going to very comfortably take round 5 on second floor reading.
Well, Samurai Esports stepping up to the name there, being a little too unpredictable, and more than that, they had a rather good, not exactly say structure. They were at least poised in a better way. They knew exactly what they were doing, and it was showing in the gunplay. I mean, it was showing in the gameplay as well. That out of the way, we'll be seeing them set on a 2-3 scoreline as we proceed to round 6. That is the roll swap will be coming in after this round. 2-3 in the side of defense. It's going to be Never Diamond's maximum performance that they've got to perform this round, and that is why they'll be choosing the kitchen and service entrance side. That is something that all teams use to choose if they wish to get themselves a guaranteed win, as that is closest to the side. Usually that is where the enemies come from. That is my explanation for it. I'm not sure though. Not exactly a CS. Oh, excuse me. We'll be seeing ourselves eventually head into this match though, and that is Lockdown though. Lockdown is running the sledge quite interestingly. I didn't see him bring out the IQ before. I think that was to me. I was confused. So I was looking at the other stats meanwhile. But we're here back in this matchup. Cobra will be reinforcing the top hatch as well. And with the Wamai and the Jaeger both into play, that is going to be one hell of a day for the projectiles to be careful about. So let's get right into this match. The jammers from Cobra will be employed on the top floor quite interestingly. That is also going to make sure that you waste all the while more time on the top floor, and at least for the attackers to, yeah, they're going to have to bring in some drones. Are also going to have to bring in a lot more, in fact. 6-9 holding down. Oh, he's got himself a really nice shield. That is from the Goyo. Sam And sure, he gives him that shield as Shulker will be making his way upstairs. And looks like what I thought was an abandonment in terms of how the room was going to go through. That the mute jammers just plays for show on top is not going to be an abandonment indeed. Oh, never mind, it is. It was the defenders baiting me on like a double bait that they did for me. But at least the mute jammers will handle their attackers a little bit. Does take a few seconds off their time, but they'll be quick to get their control established on the top floor. We'll still be seeing some drone work being done. Buckers in lockdown come out with the drones as they're making sure that all these angles are cleared. Any hiding spots that the defenders might be on will get taken out as well. Oh, the C4 getting ripped from the side of Mike does make me wonder if there are three C4s into play. Mike has got one, Sam has got one, and does Cobra have it? Yes, he does, but that is a pre-placed C4 coming in from the man. He could even go and retrieve it. Not even going to lie. He could go for the pickup as well from the Walton there. He's got to be a little too careful about it though. He's got to time it right. Well, with no pulse in play, it's going to come down to the sound effects, rather the audio cues as we like to call them. Some drone work still being done as nothing much is happening. To be very honest, there's not much action happening in the entirety of the map. So it's just some standard stuff being done by the attackers. They're getting the map control done. And now lockdown, excuse me, I get a little bit confused, man. A C4 does get popped up, but that is not going to convert to anything. Lockdown will be making sure he tries to get as much as soft reach that he can make. Some pre-fires coming from onto the soft roll as well. He's going to be watching. But meanwhile, Sam is going to connect to C4. That's the one out of the 3 C4s that have connected so far. But at least they have connected. Pakhtun Kid is going to take down Sam. 6ix9ine is here to answer right back onto Pakhtun Kid. I'm not sure where 6ix9ine found that kill from, but at least he found it. As Yo Mike, who's playing inside the side of VAP. Alright, a nice strategy being employed from the side of Never Diamonds here. Does that award them with a 4-2 or will we see a 3-3 from the side of Samurai Esports is the real question. Still waiting on this one. 6ix9ine is going to drop and take Buckers in fact for that while. He doesn't know this is Zofia pushing up on him. That's killer. He's going to find that frag. Lockdown, making his way inside. No, he's going to be all the way upside. And impact comes in. He's going to find that frag. He's going to collect it as well. But no diffuser in hand. And that is it. Never Diamonds are going to walk away with this one. Round 6 goes to them. 4-2 is the scoreline. And really well played by the defense. Making sure that they're playing it to the clock and not by the kills. That being said, we'll be proceeding in round 7. And the role swap is into play. Blackjack. Thoughts on this?
This is definitely going to be one of those games. I think this still has the chance of coming pretty close because now ESM are on the defense, and as we know, Cafe can be a fairly defender-sided map. Not too much, of course. You know, if the attackers play their cards right, they can turn this into their favor very, very quickly, and ND will be all aware of that as we see the sick pick come up from 6ix9ine. Is going to go out of the Nomad into the Hibana, and no other 6 picks are going to be taken from the side of the defense, and we are going to be headed into round 7 nice and quickly right here. Third floor bar is the site once again, as we've actually seen all 3 sites of Cafe, the bar site, the kitchen site, and of course the reading room site, because nobody in 2020 likes the mining room train window site. So yeah, that's a little thing. Again, the way maps have changed, the way maps are played, that has changed over time. It's certainly very, very interesting to me as someone who's been playing since Velvet Shell. Of course, the things that have changed before my time are also there, but I still like to look at how the metas are changing. And I always like to point out those things, like what it used to be versus what it is right now. As Pakhtun, it looks like he's having some trouble with that red suitcase, trying to break it as much as he can. Oh, Buckers. Oh no, the mute is moonwalking. He's doing a really weird one too, and I think he's about to get disconnected any second now. As Lockdown finishes up the rotation that the mute was trying to make. Looks like, there we go. Buckers is off the board for this round. It is a 4 versus 5. And Doesn't look like it's. Yep, he's not gonna be coming back at the very least. Towards the end of this round, he might, but not right now. Nope, not right now at all. ESM, of course, that puts them in a bit of a very early disadvantage. Not even to the credit of Never Diamonds for that one, because Buckers was the one to get disconnected. As there we go, grenades are coming out. Patun Kid is being yep, there we go. There's an attack mounting towards him for the time being. Utilities are being thrown at him as Magnus and EDSs are catching whatever they can. But there's somebody already inside of the room. There we go. Grenade comes in. It should blow up the shield. It's actually done a bit of damage to him as the shield has been blown up. As the Jaeger comes in, he caught one. Killen caught one as well. But 6ix9ine has caught the Jaeger. And there goes the Womai off the board. It's a 2 versus 3. Down to Killen and Lockdown. As there we go. 6ix9ine takes a lot of damage. Not sure where that is. But the castle is doing a lot of work right now. But he's taking a lot of damage as well. He's got to be careful with where he's speaking. And he won't be. He'll be taken out. It's all down to the Meister in a 1 versus 3. All down to the lone Italian man inside of cold storage. He's gonna go into the bar, the long bar right now, site itself. And he's got his Alda, his Wits, and of course his Evil Eyes along with him. 6ix9ine basically on 1 HP. He's probably going to be the easiest one to take out of the 3, depending on, of course, positioning. Because positioning is something that matters a whole lot when it comes to taking gunfights in Siege. Lockdown, slowly looking towards the white corridor. He's got the right idea, sort of. There was a push potentially happening from there. But the main push is coming towards Cold Room, and the plant is coming in at the default spot right now. Cover is coming in from the Hibana towards the Cold Room rotate. And there we go. The Zofia is going to be the one to get the kill. Shulker's the one who finishes things off for this round. And Never Diamonds are going to take round 7 on 3rd floor bar, making them go up 5-2, I believe the score would be. But a rehost request has been called from the side of ESM to get Buckers back into the lobby, the man who disconnected. And we're going to be going into the rehost nice and quickly. So, yeah, we'll be right back with more Siege action. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Samurai Esports and Never Diamonds on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. We are back with the game post rehost, and Buckers from ESM is back in the lobby. We're going to be moving to round 8 nice and quickly, which means, of course, the roll swap has happened, and Never Diamonds are currently very heavily in the lead, 5-2 in their favor on round 8. Reading Room Fireplace Hall is going to be the site of choice right here from ESM on defense. Buckers with the 6-pick out of the Mute into the Legion, and Sam with the 6-pick out of the Jackal into the Ying, both operators from the SDU division as far as I'm aware. And yeah, definitely looks like we might have a Ying push coming in from the side of Never Diamonds on this attack.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And there we go. Prep phase is we're already here in prep phase. So I have to ask Foxy, with the way this match has gone so far, right? We did have, of course, both of these teams on stream yesterday.
Right.
Never Diamonds unfortunately lost against Level 0 Esports 75 on Cafe, the same map, while Samurai, they had a loss against Union Gaming yesterday on Coastline. So both of these teams, you know, they had pretty close games, 7-5 each, right? So with how this map is going so far, 5-2 in favor of Never Diamonds, how do you feel this match has gone? Like any sort of analysis, any sort of tips and tricks that you've picked up from both these
Attackers
teams?
are moving out.
Alright, definitely something that we've got to point out is the fact that both these teams have made it back from Division 2 onto Division 1. These were former teams that started off on Division 2 in the Season 2, and now they're here in Division 1 playing this to perfection. And in fact, both the teams sadly happened to be on the receiving end of a loss yesterday. That was the matches. But we will be seeing ourselves head into round 8 though, and that is only that does give a lot of more dynamic in terms of how this will be approached. And now that the Ying is into play as well from the side of Sam, it does make things a little while more interesting. But at least for now, we'll be seeing them play against each other, and that is going to be amazing. A double rappel comes in, nobody's actually even caring for those runouts that can happen from the side of Bakery. So it looks like they've got all the headcounts perfectly into account. A drone will come in, and that is exactly why we'll be seeing the Ying fall back. Doesn't want to overextend this. Shulker will be spotting out Fankel any moment now. But where is Shulker? Oh, where is Fankel though? He's all the way on the side of the shield. Trying to find the Zofia, but it's now Zofia's top priority is going to be getting that shield away. The moment he takes that shield away, it's going to be something that will scare off the attacker to move back and fall back on his back foot. Fankel still holding this angle, though very crucial that he's getting to hold this. It's all going to come down to this. Unless, of course, someone decides to rappel in or even give away his position. That is IQ, that means that is 6-9. But meanwhile, look at this, the Ying has already come alive. I'm not sure where that happened. Sam will be making his way inside very swiftly. No harm done to anybody, but look at the attackers. Every single one of them, all the 5 of them, in fact, will be on this side. Fankel will be playing on a really influential spot. He's going to find the frag onto Cobra. That's a very nice one, in fact. Pakhtunkit is here to get one, but Shulker will refrag back onto Pakhtunkit. Flanker is going to win that fight as well. Fankel he's being very influential this round. The Ying doesn't know where the Jaeger is playing, but she's finally going to get that frag. And now they've gotten themselves the top floor control established. Money, this is not the side. That means a lot of time being expelled for the side of the attackers. And now the defense has to do is watch the half drop. So more than that, watch the defaults walk-ins that could be on the side. A really good time waste that happened to be on the top floor there. I've got to give them props for that. Still seeing what is going to happen though. Smokes come out, Sam is going to drop, and he's going to get dropped. In fact, it's all onto the Zofia, using the smoke to get herself self-revived, but not Samurai Esports come up with another round on board, stopping Never Diamonds from going to match point.
5-3 is the scoreline right here on a Cafe, and it is still in favor of Never Diamonds, mind you. But Samurai, Samurai could definitely equalize by winning just 2 more rounds. But they have to win 2 more rounds consistently to stop the push to match point from Never Diamonds. Will they be able to? Only time will tell. Never Diamonds, in the meanwhile, they sit 1 round away from match point, 2 from victory, and arguably speaking, ESM, while trying to equalize, they do in a way have a cushion of being able to afford to lose one round. But as soon as you let Never Diamonds go into match, excuse me, as soon as you let Never Diamonds go into match point, it is almost guaranteed that they will go for the victory. They will push so hard that it is difficult to defend against them when they're on the attack, pushing for the victory in a match point situation. So I think the best thing eSamurai could do right now in round 9 and onwards is to win as many rounds as they can for themselves and equalize, maybe even maybe even make a comeback right here and go for their own match point. Of course, if they are to win 2 rounds back to back from here, they will be able to they will end up with round 11 and 12 being the most important rounds for both these teams, as once again, we are not using maximum overtime. Even if this does go to overtime, maximum overtime is not on the cards for the league itself, because again, if maximum overtime were allowed, some of these matches, they would probably never end for that matter. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Coming back into the match, looks like we've got the castle set up that we normally see Never Diamonds do, but without the shield inside a cigar shop. In fact, Killen is actually downstairs. A couple of defenders are downstairs. So is Buckers the Smoke, and he's moving even farther downstairs. Meanwhile, we have the castle has made his way back in. We've got the Wamai playing the dark spot. And there we go, Buckers. He's all the way down on the first floor inside of VIP. Not sure what he's doing, and not sure what our camera is doing quite either, but there we go. The Smoke running around Bakery is just having the time of his life, free roaming the entire map, no care in the world. But unfortunately, even if he does go for a round, he's not going to find anybody. Everybody is up on the roof, and there's a rappel coming in on the eastern side of the map, which is completely different to where he was initially hoping to find somebody. But Killen is going to find Mike, and that is... Oh, Mike also leaves the game off the back of his defeat at the hands of Killen. The castle gets that kill, and looks like he has sent the Nomad packing. I'm just kidding. He probably had a bit of a disconnection issue. Shots being fired from below as a vertical line of sight is being established by Shulker to take down, lock down the Maestro, who's being pinged away, and flashbangs are coming in as well to try and find where that Maestro is sitting on Heaven. But so far, not too much happening. Cobra, in fact, gets taken down by Fankel, and there we go. The Smoke gets one more. He gets refragged onto by Sam. And Sam's going to take a lot of shots from the Maestro, but he's actually going to win that fight, and that's a double kill for him. It's a 3 versus 2 right now, and eSamurai Esports once again find themselves in a similar situation where they don't have to do a whole lot outside of sit inside and wait for the attackers to make the push happen. I believe they do have Diffuser on their hands as well, which is going to make things even harder when it comes down to the eventual push, because now the attackers have to try and get the Diffuser from them, or, you know, just get all the defenders off the board as well. One or the other. There we go. The Diffuser has been recovered, and the push towards site is now imminent from Sam and 6ix9ine. ESM, they just got to hold it down. They've been doing it pretty well so far. And Fankel inside of Cocktail Lounge looks like he's going to be one of the first to find attackers pushing him. But no, there's also Paktoon Kid sitting inside of the dark spot of Piano. 6ix9ine in the meanwhile gets taken down. There we go. The Ash push is not going to work. Fankel is there to receive the running Ash tree in his direction. And with that kill on the White Stairs corridor, ESM are 1 round closer to making this comeback happen. They've won round 9. And the score is now 5-4. And looks like we have another rehost request from Shulker to, of course, get their player back into the lobby. And yep, it is a rehost once again, and we'll be going into that rehost very, very quickly. So I know, rehosts once again, but we've got to do it. We've got to make sure that all the players are in and comfortable, and the lobby is functioning with all 5 players in it. So with that being said, we are going to go into yet another rehost, everybody, and we'll be back with more siege action on the other side. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bit of a unfortunate news right here. Where it looks like the game between Samurai Esports and Never Diamonds is being pushed to offline for the rest of its duration, primarily because of the fact that when going for the rehost, there were ping issues reported. We were in for another one, and the timeout from UB is once again, like when you cancel custom games and then when you try to remake the custom game, it puts you on a timeout, and then you have to wait for the timeout and whatnot. And all the rehosts, they sort of continually increase the time that the action isn't coming to your screens, and in the end, it was decided to put the match offline. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people will be upset. There were, as far as I'm aware, there were quite a few supporters for ESM and ND in the chat already, but you will be updated with the results, of course, soon. And yeah, that's pretty much as I can say in this situation. Again, just reiterating, I'm just saying what the admins have told me, and that is what they have told me that is going to happen, and that is what I'm relaying to everybody in chat. So with that being said, we're going to be back with more games tonight. And those are, of course, between Demas Force and Sunnish Esports and Level 0 Esports versus Reckoning Esports. Games that are assuredly going to be very exciting. And we will see you with more Siege action towards the evening. Stay tuned.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.